Every morning, millions of men over 55 do this without thinking, yet it's quietly sabotaging their performance in the bedroom. It's not about what they eat or don't eat. It's not even about testosterone, or at least, not in the way you think. It's a small, daily habit, one nearly every man has picked up without question. And it could be shrinking blood flow and numbing your drive without you ever realizing it. Now here's where it gets serious. Sexual performance issues affect over half of men after 55. You're absolutely not alone. But the truth is, weak erections might be telling you something deeper. It's not just about intimacy, it's about circulation. And poor blood flow? That's a warning sign. Your body is trying to say something. It could be an early signal of heart trouble, slower brain function, even lower energy and unstable mood. And here's the part many men miss. Pills like Viagra don't fix the problem. They just push it aside for a few hours while the root cause keeps growing underneath. That one invisible habit robs your confidence, weakens your body, and shrinks your independence slowly and silently. But there's hope, because one of these hidden erection killers is something you're doing before 10 a.m. almost every single day. Fixing it doesn't mean changing your whole life. It doesn't mean giving up what you love. In fact, it may only take 2 minutes a day and could reawaken strength, testosterone, and blood flow you thought was long gone. Let's pull back the curtain. Let's look at the habits hiding in your routine and how they're shaping your energy and vitality without you noticing. Habit number 1, and maybe the most overlooked of all, sitting for long periods without moving. Now I want you to think about your typical morning. Maybe you wake up, have breakfast, watch the news, maybe check your phone or read a few emails. All of it from the first cup of coffee to mid-morning is usually done in one position, sitting. The problem is long sitting slows circulation, especially below the waist. Harvard Health actually called sitting the new smoking because it messes with blood flow and hormone health just like smoking once did. Your muscles go quiet. Blood starts pooling in your lower body. Nitric oxide, the important molecule that expands your blood vessels, goes way down when your muscles aren't active. One retired man I spoke to, 62 years old, healthy on paper, told me his energy crashed by 1 p.m. every day. He thought it was aging, but we tried a simple fix. I told him, just get up every 30 minutes, walk around, stretch your legs, start doing phone calls standing up instead of sitting. Within a week, he said he started waking up sharper, his libido returned, and he didn't need that second cup of coffee just to stay awake. That's the power of movement. Not a workout, just movement. Habit 2, skipping sunlight, especially in the morning. Men over 55 often wake up early. But then what do? We stay indoors. We turn on a bunch of lights. Maybe turn on the TV. We think we've started the day, but our body hasn't gotten the message. Your body's internal clock or circadian rhythm needs real sunlight to know it's morning. That light hitting your skin and eyes sets off a whole chain reaction, especially in your hormones. A Yale study found that men who got more natural light in the morning had significantly higher testosterone. Not because of what they ate, not because of a supplement, just from stepping outside. One viewer, a 58-year-old man, shared that he started sitting on his porch with his coffee for just 15 minutes each morning. No sunglasses, just quiet sunlight. 2 weeks later, he felt different. Clearer mind, better mood. And more importantly, he said the spark was back in the bedroom, too. That's the influence of light. It's not woo-woo. It's old-fashioned biology. Your hormones are listening to the sun. And here's habit number 3, one that surprised almost every man I've worked with: drinking coffee before eating anything. Now, I'm not here to take your coffee away, but here's the deal. Having caffeine, especially on an empty stomach, spikes cortisol. That's your main stress hormone. When cortisol goes up too high, testosterone goes down. The two don't play nice together. Plus, caffeine blocks your body's absorption of key nutrients if you don't have food in your system. One man, 64 years old, came to me exhausted. His drive was low. He said, "I just can't seem to get through the day without crashing." His diet was decent. He walked daily, but he always started his morning with 2 cups of coffee on an empty stomach. We made one tiny change. I asked him to drink a glass of water first. And to have a small protein snack hard-boiled egg, or even a few bites of Greek yogurt before the coffee. Within 3 weeks, not only did his energy improve, but he said something he hadn't said in months. I woke up with morning wood. That's not magic. That's biology realigning the way it's supposed to. When you protect your morning hormone window, your body rewards you. Now, I promised one powerful fix and we're almost there. But let's recap. Sitting too long, skipping sunlight, coffee on an empty stomach. These seem small, but they send quiet messages to your body. Stay still, stay stressed, stay shut down. And they add up, week after week, year after year. But here's where it all turns around. The single most powerful, most overlooked fix? It's this. Stop starting your day in stillness. That's it. Just 2 to 3 minutes of light movement. The moment you get out of bed and things begin to shift, you're telling your body, it's go time. Your blood starts moving. Nitric oxide begins to rise. Testosterone gets a little wake-up call. You don't need a Peloton. You don't need to work out. You just need movement. A few bodyweight squats, arm circles, a short walk to the mailbox with a deep breath. Even light stretching works. Doctors I trust say it's one of the simplest ways to nudge the male body back into rhythm. And it costs you nothing. Every morning, you have a choice. You can sit in silence and let your body fade. Or you can rise, move, and send a signal. I'm still here. I still need this. Don't slow down on me. Try it. Tomorrow morning, 2 minutes. And just watch what begins to come back. You're not 25, but you're not done either. This isn't about performance. It's about presence, about feeling like yourself again. Now, if you want to dive deeper into the exact foods, proven routines, and surprising science aging men are using to rebuild their vitality, subscribe now. Because your health after 60 isn't automatic decline. It's a decision made daily. Make this one tomorrow morning. And in the next video, we'll look at how breakfast timing alone may change your testosterone by the hour and how most men get it completely backwards. Stay sharp. Stay strong. You've got this. Most men don't realize this, but the early hours of the morning are like a hormonal handshake between your brain and body. And how you handle that handshake determines the rest of your day. When you start your day still, in the dark, and on an empty stomach, you're not just missing energy. You're basically sending your body the signal, don't bother revving the engine today. That's why that simple 2-minute movement right after getting out of bed is such a game changer. It's like flipping the ignition switch on everything that makes you feel like a man. Now here's the thing. You may be thinking, sure, feels good for a couple days. But does that really stick? It can. Because what we're actually doing is stacking small wins. Here's a powerful image one doctor shared. Think of your health habits like dominoes. One small movement in the morning leads to better blood flow. That better blood flow nudges up your hormones. When hormones rise, your libido improves. Your mindset lifts. You feel more motivation to move again. That leads to better strength, confidence, and sleep. It's not magic. It's momentum. But it starts with that first little nudge. Now I want to tell you about Jerry. He's 67, retired mechanic. Hadn't been intimate in almost a year. Not for lack of desire, he just didn't feel with it anymore. His words, it's like the drive disappeared. He watched one of our videos and decided, why not? He started doing 15 air squats every morning while waiting for the coffee to brew. Just that. 2 weeks later, he emailed us. He wrote, I didn't expect much, but for the first time in a long time, I felt the urge return. I started looking at my wife differently again. She noticed. That's what this is all really about, isn't it? It's not about being a bodybuilder. It's not just about sex. It's about feeling alive again, feeling connected. And it often starts with tiny, invisible shifts that ripple out. And there's science behind it too. A small 2022 study in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that older men who engaged in just 5 minutes of light stretching or movement in the morning had significantly better blood vessel function throughout the day. That means circulation improves not only in the moment, but continues working better for hours. Your body remembers. It adapts quickly. You just have to give it the nudge. And about testosterone? Studies from the University of Michigan show that men who move early in the day naturally protect their testosterone rhythms, making them less likely to experience sudden drops that can mess with energy, mood, and bedroom performance. Coolest part? All of this happens without pills, prescriptions, or side effects. Just a shift in habit. And that's the real breakthrough most men miss. They think change means huge sacrifice. It doesn't. It means noticing those overlooked moments. If you wake up and check your phone, stand up while you scroll. If you're waiting for your toast to pop, do some gentle lunges in the kitchen. Stuck on a long morning phone call? Walk around the house instead of sitting. These aren't workouts. These are signals. Your muscles are messengers. When they move, they tell your body, we're still in the game. And your body listens. I've seen this change happen in quiet, powerful ways over and over again. One man in New Jersey started doing just a few minutes of wall push-ups every morning. He joked they were grandpa push-ups. But funny thing, he told us his wife made a comment one night. She said, "Hey, you've got your arms back." Not in a big way, but in a "I see you" kind of way. And that hit him. That's the kind of reward no gym membership can promise. Because this is what it comes down to. Momentum creates motivation, not the other way around. Most men wait to feel like they've got it back before they take action. But that feeling only returns after you start moving just a little each day. Now let's address something important. You may worry it's too late, that things are too far gone. It's not. Unless your doctor says otherwise, your body is still trainable, still responsive, still waiting for instructions. Your bloodstream, your hormones, your muscles, they haven't given up. They're just waiting for a signal. And tomorrow morning, you get a new chance to send it. Don't overthink it. Don't delay it. Wake up. Stand up. Move just enough to wake the system. Let your biology take care of the rest. Whether it's rolling your shoulders, bending at the waist, marching in place. Nothing fancy. Just real. This may sound simple. Almost too simple. But if nothing else has worked, maybe that's the problem. Everything else was too extreme. Too complicated. Too hard to keep up. This you can do. And here's the exciting part. Once this becomes a habit, you start to notice other changes naturally following. Better sleep. Stronger morning energy. Less of that heavy, dragging feeling by lunchtime. One man told me, after a week, I just felt more capable again. More useful. Like I could still lead. Still protect. Still perform. That's what I want for you too. Power doesn't come back overnight. Confidence won't be rebuilt in a week. But it starts the moment you decide to live like the man you still are. So tomorrow, 2 minutes. That's it. Start there. And don't stop. Now if you're ready to take it a step further. In the next video, I'll show you why your breakfast timing may be blocking hormone production and how flipping one simple detail has helped men recover strength, focus, and desire, all before noon. You won't want to miss this. So hit subscribe, leave a comment, tell us how you're starting your mornings now. And as always, stay steady, stay smart, and stay strong. Because the next chapter, it's still yours to write.